to being happy. Knowing that you're going to be taken care of, and knowing that no matter what life throws your way, you're going to be okay. That's faith. Trusting in the process of what's happening now, in this very moment, that's trust, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to turn out exactly how you want it to be, right? But knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what happens. And those are such beautiful things to feel and understand in this world, because right now, like, things are very confusing for people. So I find that more and more people are looking and grabbing onto faith and learning to trust in the process. I have a lot of clients coming to me right now because they're wanting to find more trust in what's happening in their life. Sometimes we need to be able to slow down to be able to access these parts of us, to understand it. I find the busier we are in life, the less we trust and the less faith we have, because we're running around and everything's like just so busy and so fast in our world. And I even catch myself doing it too, is I'm not having as much faith and much trust in the universe or God, spirit, whatever name you choose for it, right? So I catch myself kind of, I worry a lot about the future. And when I worry a lot about the future, I tend to take a few moments to practice mindfulness, bring myself back. I do meditate on a regular basis. I do, so when I do work with my clients, I find I get them to turn inwards, right? Like, I get them to either ground or center themselves so they can actually relax, and it gets rid of all the static that's all around them so they can really hear themselves. So they bring themselves back so they can understand what's going on in their life. Because a lot of people don't understand what's going on in their life. So that's what I like to do with my clients, is I like to help pull them back a little bit so they can get a better look of their life. And you know that saying, you can't see the forest through the trees, right? I like to bring people out so they can actually really see what's happening, like see the bigger picture of their life. Because I find more and more people are not really being able to see the big picture, right? Because they are so invested in all the little details going on in their life. But I find generally when I pull people out a little bit so they can see kind of what's happening around them, I find that they tend to start trusting in the process, and they tend to start having a little bit more faith in that, yeah, things are going to get better, right? I'm not going to stay in this situation forever. Things are going to get better. This is just for a moment. This is just something that's happening right now. I'm going to trust in the process while things are working out, and knowing that they're going to get through it. Things are going to improve, and life's going to continue, right? Because the world doesn't slow down for anyone, right? But when you're going through those hard and heavy times, we tend to not trust in the process, right? We think that the world should be slowing down for us, but it doesn't. I've been there too. I've went through a passing of a loved one to where it was like the world was spinning out of control. The world was spinning. I was worried. I was fearful. I wasn't trusting in the process, and I wasn't happy at all. I was worried of what was going to happen in the future. But as I found myself just allowing myself to just be and look at the bigger picture of what was going on, and then I started to bring myself back in to like my center and find myself, I started to trust in the process, and knowing that I'm not going to be here forever. Time's going to go on, things are going to change, and I'm going to be okay. I really am going to be okay. And do you know what? That's exactly what happened. It was really hard and heavy to go through something like that, and I don't want anyone to go through that. But life happens, things get hard, and some things are extremely hard at what we go through. But I know that when we stay with it and we trust and we know that things are going to get better one day, it sure is such a big weight off your shoulders. It is huge. And if I can give that to someone to be able to pull them back, to take a better picture or a better look at the picture that's going on in their life, I enjoy that. That's something I enjoy doing. That's a passion of mine, is to help people take a big, good look and a bigger picture of their life, of all the stuff in their life and what they're going through, so people can become at peace with what they're going through. That's a passion of mine. That's a joy of mine. And it could be any good friend or family member, right? But just knowing that no matter what you're going through or matter what your experience, know that it's going to get better.